Welcome to part 6 of the series of the SAP Activate Project Manager certification. In this video, we would further help your understanding of the implementation methodology with keen focus on activities for a new implementation of SAP S4 HANA. Our discussions would navigate through the 6 phases with key requirements and deliverables highlighted. We would touch on the 3 transition paths to provide a basic refresher on new implementation scenarios before we dive in. Let us begin. The 3 transition paths. It is of significant importance to understand the scenario and the customer's needs to devise the suitable transition approach and subsequently a functioning, efficient, and effective solution. If a client is new to SAP, then the choice is very clear and that will be a new implementation. However, if already using SAP systems, then the need to choose from one of the 3 transition paths arises. Irrespective of the number of instances, if you want to take advantage of the latest innovations, improve best practices, and efficient and effective data management, then it's best to maximize the innovations by adopting the new implementation approach. Additionally, if you are currently on an on-premise version and want to use the latest cloud technology, you should follow the new implementation approach. If your intention is to convert the existing SAP solution, merge or split the SAP instances, then the system conversion should be the path of choice. This enables you to minimize the initial changes, keep the existing configurations and business data, and go live with a big bang approach. Selective data transition becomes the path of choice if, for example, you have multiple SAP instances, and you want to consolidate, merge or split them. This approach is extremely useful for selective geography go live or phased go live based on the business processes. The landscape for an S4 HANA implementation is such that, in the discover phase of the project, the team will access the trial system using SAP Cloud Appliance Library to understand the needed functionalities and innovations in SAP S4 HANA. After deciding to move forward with SAP S4 HANA, the team will receive the sandbox environment with pre-configured solution in the prepare phase of the project and use the customer data to show and tell the business functionalities as a part of fit gap analysis in the explore phase. The development (DEV) system is received in the explore phase of the project, on which they will configure the solution during the realize phase. The team will transport the unit tested configuration to the quality assurance (QA) environment to complete the user acceptance testing (UAT), and finally to the prod environment for use by end users. The discover phase. It's important to understand that the project hasn't started yet. In fact, the project is non-existent during this phase. Throughout this phase, the leadership team will build the digital transformation strategy and multi-year roadmap and will exit the phase after deciding on the delivery approach, the transition path of choice and possibly the delivery partner. By the end of the discover phase, the sponsor approves the project and the resource assignment starts. Strategic planning, application value and scoping as well as the trial system provisioning are the key activities within the discover phase. The strategic planning itself has 2 major parts: building the strategy and planning the roadmap. The strategy building exercise involves making tough decisions, enhancing the chance to succeed. To build a detailed strategy, you must start with the current challenges, create a vision and mission statement, and then weigh your options. Finally, you must decide the most suitable option that fulfills your vision. The strategy roadmap should include what, how, and when, along with financials, risks, benefits, and measurement criteria. With the strategy in place, it's important to understand the scope of changes and the value that the new SAP S4 HANA system will bring into the client organization. To do this, you must first establish the value of the solution. Establishing the value is a continuous process until you have a deep understanding of the value that the client organization will receive by implementing SAP. Secondly, you must understand the impact of the solution, which is essentially how the enhanced business processes delivered with SAP S4 HANA impacts your business, including any possible roadblocks. Identifying the business scenario and solution mapping is the 3rd step, after which you will devise the strategy to implement SAP S4 HANA. The final step is to enhance the high-level roadmap created earlier. Finally, in the trial system provisioning, SAP will provision the system specifically for you using SAP Cloud Appliance Library. The prepare phase. In the prepare phase, the project team will plan and prepare several planning documents from kickoff to phase closure. During this phase of the project, the team will work closely with the customer's project manager to create several planning documents which are organized based on the workstream. In the project management workstream, it is expected that the project would be initiated to formally recognize its existence, establishment of the project governance and planning of the project to account for all components necessary. In addition to this, project is kicked off and onboarding of team and stakeholders happen. Establishment of the project standard, infrastructure and solution follows, and to wrap it all, the phase closure and sign off of the phase deliverables. All of the other work streams, solution adoption, application design and configuration, testing, technical architecture and infrastructure, extensibility, etc., all have their various deliverables in the prepare phase. The explore phase. During the explore phase of the project, the team performs the fit gap analysis and prepares the product backlog. Most of the planning is completed during the prepare phase. The customer has now signed off the phase, and the project has progressed to the next phase, that is, the explore phase. In this phase, the team will focus on the requirements through fit gap analysis across multiple work streams. Furthermore, the project team will receive the development system, ensuring its readiness before moving to the next phase of the project. Some of the deliverables across the various work streams include phase initiation, release and sprint plan, organizational change management, impact analysis, fit to standard workshop, system preparation and documentation, as well as test planning, amongst others. The realize phase. In the realize phase, we build incrementally and iteratively based on the business requirements and scenarios identified during the previous phases of the project. The team is deep into system configuration based on the fit gap analysis and the prioritized product backlog. In addition, during this phase, the legacy data load starts, solution adoption continues, and operation planning happens. The work streams that come to bear in the realize phase include project management, solution adoption, application design and configuration, testing, technical architecture and infrastructure, extensibility, data management, integration, analytics, as well as operations and support. The deploy phase. In the deploy phase of the project, the business switches the operation to the new prod environment. This is the final phase of the project, where the rubber meets the road. The team will close all the open issues, ensure organizational readiness, and execute the production cutover so that the business can realize the benefits of the newly implemented solution. The project management deliverables include phase initiation, execution, monitoring and controlling results, release closing, project closure and sign-off. The solution adoption workstream ensures the high adoptability of the solution within the organization. Its deliverables include learning realization, organizational readiness and post-go-live user training. Integration validation is a core deliverable of the application design and configuration workstream. The other work streams that come to bear include testing, technical architecture and infrastructure, extensibility, data management, integration, analytics, as well as operations and support. The key deliverables for operations and support include operational readiness, hypercare support and handover to support organization. The run phase. The run phase starts after the hypercare and during the previous phase of the project, to optimize the overall operation. During this phase, support is provided by the customer IT team, who continue to strive for optimization, automate the application processes, ensure system availability, and provide system performance. In the run phase, some of the deliverables include to improve and innovate the solution as well as to operate the solution. These are deliverables of the application design and configuration workstream as well as the operations and support workstream respectively. We have come to the end of the video on new implementation of S4 HANA. In this video, we covered the concept of SAP S4 HANA new implementations and learned about the different deliverables corresponding to different work streams during a SAP S4 HANA new implementation project. In the next video, we would look at new implementation for SAP S4 HANA Cloud Essentials Edition. Do please let me know in the comment section what you think about the video and what would like to see or questions you would like answered. Do not forget to like, subscribe and share. Also, please remember to turn on notifications so you can know when the next video drops.